Hey, what's going on, guys? Buttabar here. Welcome back to the channel, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Look, this is a holiday where we give our thanks and appreciation for the things that we have in our life, whether that be your friends, your family, maybe job opportunities that you've had in your life, stuff that where you actually give thanks and we are grateful for. And honestly, I wanted to make a video today to show you guys how grateful I am for you guys supporting me and giving me a lot of love on my channel. I think it's amazing that you guys give me a lot of love, whether that being the views, the thumbs up, or even commenting on my video and let me know what your opinion is about it. I'm glad that I've made that clear. Like, no matter what your opinion is, even it might be even different from my opinion on a video game, whether they be Modern Warfare or anything. I love reading through the comments to actually see where everybody's kind of coming from. Even though it might be against mine, again, it's still something I really do appreciate and kind of love getting the perspective of everyone. So today, to give my thanks to everybody, I actually wanted to go and read through these comments because sometimes I don't have the opportunity to actually read some of the comments that you guys leave me. You know, whether I'm at work or I'm trying to spend time with my family, stuff just gets in the way, and I really do feel bad that I don't get to comment on everything when you guys are actually leaving me your opinion. I read it, but then sometimes I don't actually get that opportunity to let you guys know what I'm thinking. So today we're going to read through some of the comments. I'm going to give you guys my perspective, and this is actually more of an in-depth reading of the comments, and you actually get a little bit more. I hate typing, I hate texting or whatever, so this is actually going to be a little bit more fun because I'll be able to give you guys a little bit more in-depth to some of the comments you're leaving me, and I'm going to have a little bit more fun with it. So let's get into it. So the first one I'm going to read, so real quick, you're going to see the comment up in the middle of the screen that I'm reading. I'll try to name off who it is, read the comment, and then also too on the right hand side you guys are going to be able to see what video it's coming from. So if you guys want to look on my YouTube channel and actually find that video and watch it again from that comment or whatever, you can do that. But again, it's just kind of funny to be able to go through this stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't remember what I did. Oh, that's that video. Okay, I get it. So, all right, this is coming from Paul. So far I've broken a controller, nearly smashed my TV up. Spawn die, F off. Okay, honest to God, Paul, I will tell you this. I'm a pretty strong guy. You know, you get the biceps, you know, I work out. I got some rage to me, though. I'll say this, Modern Warfare, it pushes my buttons. It's a very irritating video game. So, on the controller part, I totally get it. But no, honestly, the funniest thing about reading that and thinking about, you know, just the rage and stuff like that this game, Modern Warfare, has kind of caused. And I always think back of Star Wars and think of a funny scene when thinking about just getting mad and just going, many controllers died to bring you this entertainment. Alright, the next comment I want to talk about is Saberfire. Dude, Saber has been leaving me a lot of messages, and Saber, dude, honestly, I love it, man. Even though you and I have two completely different aspects and perspectives of where we see Modern Warfare, I know you've been really enjoying the game. I know I haven't. But I love it that you're actually leaving me comments on my videos. It's something I get to read. And actually, again, like I said, get a different perspective. Again, it's one of those things I really do like to see. And again, really, you're gathering a lot more information than just kind of going through the echo chamber that you put yourself in. So it's nice to get different perspectives. So you were talking about how about a difficulty levels for Spec Ops. That way, it's now now it's super insane. Also, having the last patch, it seems like most of the gunfights, half of my bullets aren't even registering. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, keep up the great work. See you the next one. Oh, and more thing. It was announced survival mode was on PS4 only, and I was really pissed about it. Okay, so let's break that down. First off, let's talk about. So that was in Fix Spec Ops, please. Okay, so difficulties in Spec Ops. Look, I think there should be. Honestly, look, if you go back to Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, that did have difficulty not sliders, but you could choose what difficulty you wanted in the game. You could actually pick, hey, you know what, I want to do it on, you know, regular, I want to do it on hardened or veteran or whatever, and depending on what difficulty you would actually pick, you know, that depends on how many stars you would get. You know, some people wanted to play on veteran to get all the stars, and that's exactly how it was done in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. In this game, there's no difficulty whatsoever. You have no idea what you're walking into when it comes into spec operations or even the classic missions. It's just all hard regardless. So I think that would be a great thing. Look, if they're wanting to add different rewards or stars and stuff like that, I think it'd be a great thing to actually have a difficulty to where, you know, maybe you're wanting to gain more XP, or maybe you're wanting to get like a charm or a spray or a sticker for your weapon or something, and you play the operations or the classic missions on a higher difficulty. bam, you unlock something. You actually get to bring something over to your weapon or something like that, to where, hey, you know what? Well, here, I'll give you an example. All right, so I beat the campaign on realism, the hardest difficulty in the game. Nothing. No calling card, no emblem, no spray, no charm. Nothing for beating the game on the hardest difficulty. Dude, that sucked. It really did. That was an annoying thing to kind of run into in this game, where, you know what, I was thinking, maybe if I beat the game on the hardest difficulty, I unlock something, you know, gain more XP and stuff like that. Nothing. So, reading this, difficulty sliders, I think they'd be a great thing. I really do. I think they'd be a great thing, but also, too, adding rewards, whether that being increased experience with your player or your weapons, or a charm for completing different operations or different stars or whatever. Again, I think there needs to be a little bit more rewards, a little bit more incentive to replay these missions. Difficulties could be the way to actually go to it. I know, and this is the thing, reading this as well, going to the, some of your bullets are not registering. I think some people have actually been saying that as well, that their weapons are not actually registering like half of their shots. So, you might not actually be crazy, but again, that might be one thing that not you are not alone in actually experiencing that. And the lastly, let's talk about, dude, survival. Dude, I'll say this. As somebody that was a huge fan of Modern Warfare 3 and a huge fan of survival, I was extremely disappointed that it was completely removed from this game, or at least on the Xbox and PC side, until next year. You know, PlayStation 4 gets to play it. Xbox and PC, we get the bone, man. Nothing. So I was looking forward to playing to Survival. It sucks that we don't get to play Survival until next year. Maybe the game will be in a better place by the time that I think it's like October 3rd or 8th or something like that, 2020. Maybe we'll be in a better spot, but yeah, it does suck that we don't get to play it. And so for such a fun game mode, I thought we were going to be able to play it, but go figure. All right, next comment comes from Skills AA. Dude, Skills comes from my Titanfall days. Dude, if you guys have not been here since my Titanfall days, I played Titanfall 2 quite a bit when that game was released, and it's nice to see Skills coming over from Titanfall 2 and Modern Warfare. Dude, it's awesome to have that community. Still awesome to have that relationship with the Titanfall community. Maybe Titanfall 3 will come out. I don't know. Nobody knows at this point, but I know you commented on Black Ops 2 had the best version of Ghost perk, where you have to actively move for it to work. And I think that's exactly the way that Ghost works. It should work. Right now, Modern Warfare, it does not work like that whatsoever. Again, I really do think that in this game, Ghost is like the most powerful perk in the game. I would say that nobody picks any other perk. 95% of the community uses Ghost. Kill chain you see every now and then. I don't see a high alert. Hardline you see every now and then. Point man, but yeah, man, I would say that anytime I go into a game, I mean, I'm seeing Ghosts like literally all the time in the kill cams from other players. So yeah, I think there needs to be some type of way to where actually working that to where, you know, it's not as powerful, or you maybe even bring up some of the perks in it. I don't know. I'm not always against nerfs. Or, you know, I always don't want, you know, things get nerfed, but if you're not going to nerf it, you know, bring everything up. Bring it up to where everything's a competition. That's the biggest thing. I want things to be competitive with one another. If things are not competitive, then why would anybody pick anything? If there's no competition whatsoever when it comes to perks, why not just put one perk in the game? Because it's already being picked. There's only one perk in perk 2 right now that's already been picked. So why put other perks in the game? So get that competition up to where people are having to pick and decide what type of perks to bring into this game. All right, Killer Z, man. Okay, all right, Ace. I gotta give you a lot of respect because you have been leaving giant comments on my comment sections on videos, and I feel terrible that I've not actually been able to reply to you. But we're doing it today. I'm going to read through some of these things. And actually, before recording this, reading through some of these things, dude, I agree. And again, I think it's some of the stuff that I've been preaching as well. And I totally understand exactly where you're coming from. So, first off, you say this game needs these kind of fixes to make it playable. Again, just like how we were talking with Saber, he's having a lot of fun in. However, I would say a lot of people are not having fun in the game. But maybe some of these fixes could bring it up to where the bigger majority, Saber as well as me and other people, are having a lot more fun in the game. But who knows? Normal minimap is your first suggestion. I'm totally awesome. Minimap needs to be returned. The way that minimap works right now and the way that Ghost works, it just completely dude, it slows the game down. Nobody's having enjoyment of being able to maneuver around this map without some frustration. It is just Ugh. Oh my god, that's literally the best way I can describe it is just ugh. Anyway, alright. Re-earnable kill streaks, score streaks. We don't have to kill ourselves to earn streaks again and make sure the streaks scores again the way that people are going for objectives. Look, right now there's no point. If you're doing Ghost, you're doing Kill Chain, you're doing Hardline, whatever, there is literally no point whatsoever to go after objectives. The objectives don't give you your next, kill counter or whatever. You have to pick Point Man, which Point Man, I feel like, does not give you enough points for supporting the team or capturing objectives or whatnot. So honestly, literally no point whatsoever running Point Man. Now, I really do think that, you know what, if you're capturing objectives, you're assisting your team, I think that it should count. Like, you capture objective, kind of look back at like Modern Warfare 3. You killed somebody, it counted towards 1 kill streak point. You captured objective, again, it counted as 1 point towards your kill streak. I think it should make a return. That way you see a lot more players going after the objectives. You see a lot more fights over objective points, but currently right now you just don't have that. Re-earnable kill streaks. Like I get what you're saying. They rotate, so you are able to re-earn them. Dude, I think that would be great. I really do. It does suck to kill yourself. Like, I don't really care so much for the nukes whatsoever or going for it. If I go for it, if I get it, okay, big deal, whatever. But I enjoy using my kill streaks. That's the reason why I play this. I love the Predator missile. I love, the attack chopper or the tank or the AC-130. It's fun stuff like that to unlock and get. The fact that you only get to use that once in a life is something that, to me, I absolutely hate. I think it's so dumb that you have to kill yourself in order to be able to reuse your kill streaks and be able to earn up to them. So, yeah, totally agree with that. I think it's just kind of the weird thing about the way that Modern Warfare is right now. Hopefully we'll see some type of change to that. But, yeah, I totally agree. They should rotate and be able to be earned again. Fix the officer rank, daily missions, camo challenges, and change the other objectives a lot. A lot of them are completely based on luck. I will say this, dude. I totally agree. Look, the way that the officer ranks work right now, you have to play certain ways that the game wants you to. Now, if you look back at the other Call of Duty games, you look back, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, even recent games now, there's a lot of different ways of playing the game, but also, too, to be able to unlock and complete challenges in that game. You were not dead set on, hey, you have to play this, blah, 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 in order to unlock this challenge and to progress through the different prestiges. In this game, we don't have prestiges. We have the max rank of officer rank, 155. But if you want the special emblem to have the show, the fanciness of a new emblem, an animated emblem, you have to complete all these different officer challenges. I'm not really totally down with that. I want to play this game the way I want to play, and it sucks that I'm going to be kind of at a disadvantage when wanting to have a really cool thing to show off when I'm being forced and I have to play game modes that I really don't want to. So I think that kind of sucks. And also using kill streaks, I don't really want to. Fight White Phosphorus, that challenge was abysmal. It was the stupidest challenge in the world, but I got it done. But it's just, I want to play the way that I want to, and it sucks that you can't really do that in order to get all the emblems and stuff like that for the prestige. Give special, you know what, this is one thing we talked about, Spec Ops, give them a difficulty, reward players with 2-time weapon tokens upon completion. I will say this game has a huge issue when it comes to playing different game modes and getting experience or getting rewards from that. The game talked about before it released that it was going to have cross progression, whether you're playing campaign, you're playing Spec Ops, you're playing multiplayer. Campaign really does not give you at all anything type of experience-wise to be leveling up. If you play through the campaign the first time, it does give you tokens to be able to use in multiplayer and Spec Ops. But that's only a one-time thing. You don't get to play the campaign and get more and more. That's the one thing that I thought. I completed the campaign one time and then played it again on Realism thinking, you know what, maybe if I played on a harder difficulty, I'll get more tokens. I'll be able to use that towards multiplayer. No. One-time unlock. And that's it. And again, there's no replayability whatsoever to the campaign now because it's a one-time thing and you don't really get a lot of experience. Spec Ops, again, Spec Ops is difficult as hell right now. And really the risk and reward for the frustration that you go through is not it's not equal to, what what the multiplayer can do for you when it comes to gaining experience and doing some of the challenges that Spec Ops does not have. In this game, it sucks that some of the challenges it's asking you to complete in multiplayer you can't do in Spec Ops. So again, the cross progression is just kind of one thing that just makes me really upset that, you know, I wish there was more of that, and especially too when you're talking about rewards with 2 times double XP, you know, whether that be player or weapon. I think that'd be awesome. I think it'd be, again, it would give an incentive for people to play Spec Ops and to actually get in there, go away from multiplayer, and play the Spec Op operations for a little bit. But again, there's no incentive whatsoever. All right, so this one I was really surprised of. I didn't think about it, but this is actually really good. So why can't we see what our care packages are dropping for us, and why doesn't Hardline let us re-roll it once? Make it at least a 2 assist kill. So, and this is one thing I talked about. I talked about, you know, if we're going to be buffing Hardline, you know, I think you should add not only the kills adding to Hardline, but also assists. I think there's actually, Modern Warfare 2, I think, had that, where 2 assists actually counts as a kill towards your kill streak. So, again, I think that'd be one thing to make Hardline a little bit more of something that could be competitive with Ghost. Talking about Hardline, where you can't re-roll your packages, or you can't even see what your care package is bringing in. I think that is kind of strange. You know, other games you got to see exactly what you were calling in, and also too you got to re-roll it depending on what perk you had. So it is interesting to see that we don't have that. And again, I don't know why that changed. For the longest time, you know, we've had that in Call of Duty games, and now all of a sudden it changes. What's the idea behind that? What's going on with the idea of changing that? Remove high alert. I totally agree with that. Replace it with dead silence. I think that's one thing that I totally agree with. Give players choice which round, and this is one thing that was talked about in yesterday's video is, yeah, I don't understand why you cannot actually vote on maps. It's something about players will leave if it's not the map that they want. Who cares? Who gives a damn? Look, vote for maps. If people don't want to play that map, they will leave anyway. The way that the game works, you're forced to play that map. Oh, I don't want to play that map. I'm going to bounce out of here instead of vote for another map. I don't know why in the world that's not an option, but yeah, I think it should be an option for Ground War, but also other game modes. Oh, you know what? This is an interesting thing. So, you should be able to score, keep your, your score and XP should be shared. So, from assists and whatnot, being able to count towards. And I'll say this too: Black Ops 4, I actually really enjoyed the way they did score streaks and experience and whatnot, where even if you got an assist, maybe you put 90% of the damage into somebody and somebody stole your kill with putting in the extra 10%, it both counted as a kill, and it also both counted as XP gained. I actually kind of miss that. I really miss that a lot. The Black Ops 4, I loved that they actually did that in that game. It was a lot of fun. Tanks, APCs, and Ground War needs a dude. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, again, I know that's one of the things that they've actually addressed. Will we actually say to implement it? I have no idea. I don't want them to touch the kill streak tank, though. Damn it, that thing's already weak as it is. I totally get this. The Scar H and the AK-47 need a big buff, reduce the recoil. The Scar needs to unlock extended mags 30. Dude, I will say this, man. AK-47, the Scar, they are pretty rough weapons to use, and it totally sucks because if you're wanting to outgun somebody with a fast-firing weapon like the M4, dude, they're going to laser you even before you actually get some rounds on it because of how bad the recoil is. And the funny thing is, I really would want the high recoil weapons, the powerful weapons, the Scar, as well as the AK-47, if it high recoil, slow firing rate, then the bullets need to do more damage to be able to be competitive with fast firing rate guns like the M4. So, again, I don't know why that, again, it's a lot of oversights that people just did not think of when making this game. But yeah, the Scar H as well as the AK-47 is a bigger round than the M4 round. And for some reason, and lastly, I at this point, you know what? I agree with that. Bring back the Prestige. I actually do miss the Prestige now of being able to rank up and by playing this game. Right now, you reach a max rank, the officer at 155, and you don't really go anywhere. I actually kind of miss it. I really wish you could actually keep going through it and just striving for the max rank, whether it be 1,000, 10,000, whatever it might be. Yeah, it does suck that there's no way to actually continue down the path of gaining XP. Alright, so the next one is from Cody Lowe. So, okay, so this is from my overhaul, Where Are You? So, in this video, I created an intro where I don't know what was going on. I don't know what the deal was. But literally a floating shotgun, an attachment to a rifle or whatever. The shotgun was literally following me around the map. If you haven't watched the video, definitely watch it. The intro is just funny enough. I thought it was the most hysterical thing in the world. But I was making the joke that this shotgun is literally floating, following me around. and it's Infinity Ward saying, look, if you start doing well, skill-based matchmaking is going to cock this gun and shoot you and end your life to where you have to restart and we're just going to down your KD. So I don't know. To me, I just thought it was really funny. I'm glad that some people thought it was funny, but I don't know. At this point, the way the skill-based matchmaking works, that just, I don't know. That totally worked for me. All right, so the last one I want to read is Yippee. And I do find this funny, not only just because of what you wrote and agreeing with it, but also, too, if you guys have not checked out Twitter and follow Nadeshot, there was a comment that he made about a Call of Duty game, which he got a lot of heat for, and I definitely have an opinion about it. But first off, so Yippee said, the two worst Call of Duty games ever are Infinite Warfare as well as this rage-inducing junk I've been playing for 11 years on COD. So, dude, I get it. And Infinite Warfare, I really did not care for. I did not care for it at all. I think Infinite Warfare in the beginning, it was just really frustrating. And honestly, kind of jumping back into it, it's not as bad as it was in the beginning when that game first released. It's actually okay. I can kind of get my hands on it. But, again, I'm really wanting to hold out hope for this game. I really do. I want this game to be successful. I want this game to be entertaining to everybody, but I also too want this game to be able to have people play all different play styles and try and letting them be successful. Whether you're camping or you're rushing, I think you should be able to have that opportunity to be successful. Currently in this game, it does go towards one type of play style, one type of player base that they're wanting to focus on. And to me, it sucks, really. It sucks that it can't actually try to encompassize the entire community, no matter what play style you want to do. It just currently right now, it's not that. But the one funny thing is, and again, if you guys have not checked out on Twitter, definitely go into Twitter, type in Nadeshot in the search. So Nadeshot actually said that Black Ops 1 was the worst Call of Duty in history. Dude, I don't know. I've been playing Call of Duty all the way back to, I think, 03 when the original Call of Duty came out. I don't know what this dude is doing. I don't know what crack he's smoking. But, yeah, that was probably the dumbest. Dude, Black Ops 1 was amazing. Not only with the campaign, the multiplayer was great, but also, too, the zombies was really good. The expansions they made on the zombies, dude, that game was amazing. And it sucks that we've gone, 10 years back, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. We had World at War, which was really good. You had Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, where games were just fun. They were fun, and everything, besides maybe some map expansions later on, everything was included in the game, and it just was the gameplay that was the most entertaining. There was no skill base, there's no this, there was no that, no microtransactions down your throat. It was just fun, entertaining gameplay, and it sucks that we've kind of gone away from that. And hopefully before too long, we can actually get back on track into where we're putting more fun, we're putting more entertainment in the focus line to gain a bigger player base that, again, I think is really kind of turning away right now from Modern Warfare, and hopefully it gets better. But I don't know, man. Trying to remain optimistic, and it just, it's a drain. But guys, again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Again, the support and love that you guys are giving me is just something I am truly grateful for and appreciative of. And it's just something that, to me, it just brings a smile on my face, and it brings me just such hope every single day that you guys are just here supporting me, and it's just something I am just internally grateful for. So thank you. Guys, I hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Please enjoy the time with your friends and family, and enjoy the time to celebrate the stuff that you are thankful for and grateful for. So, love you guys. Have a great rest of this day. Be safe, and I'll see you guys all next time.